What's shaking, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shay and it's time to do the January wrap up. We're just gonna kind of do a very chill style wrap up. I had a fantastic month in January. I think it was a great start to the year, a great start to my goals. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Just to kind of go ahead and let you guys know, I did read 15 books in the month of January, which totaled up to 6,531 pages. I had one DNF. I did acquire 13 books in the month of January, but only 3 of those I had not read. I am like in this spirit of special editions and I need to get off of it. So book box, like subscription books and special edition books have been my jam lately. I read 3 2 stars, 3 3 stars, 5 4 stars, and 4 5 stars. So I consider that a really great month. We will talk about my goals at the end of the video. For now, let's go ahead and jump right into the books that I read. I will be ranking these books from DNF 15 all the way to 1. So all the way from my worst to my best book. Let's go ahead and get started. My DNF of the month was A Long Time Coming by S.L. Scott. This was one that I pulled out of my romance jar. These are books that have been recommended to me. This is like a brother's best friend small town romance. I DNF'd this one very early. I knew after I read the first chapter that this book is probably not going to be for me. I did continue on and read about 3 more chapters, knew 100% it wasn't going to be for me, and then put it down. And the reason why this one necessarily was not for me is because I like a little bit of build up to my romance. I like to know the characters before I jump into the romance. So in this particular book, of course, we have a brother's best friend. They have been separated for some time and now they're coming back together, seeing each other for the first time in forever. So in that very first chapter, you see them making googly eyes at each other, and that is not what I want. I don't want that. I need the background. I need to know these characters first before they just jump in and make googly eyes at each other. And this is a single dad as well that I didn't mention, but I also think that there were parts in the first 3 or 4 chapters that I read that were disjointed. I think that like there were some things that were in there that just served no purpose, not for character building or anything of the sort. And I just knew that this author's writing style was just not going to be for me, so I put it down. Okay, coming in at number 15, I rated this one 2 stars. That is going to be Walk Off Wedding by Maren Moore. This is the Orleans University series. I really enjoyed the home run proposal by her, and things just kind of have fallen off. So this one is the 3rd book in the series. It is a fake marriage anonymous pen pal situation. So when I first started reading this book, I actually loved it. I loved when they were like on this university forum and they were snarky with each other. They didn't really like each other, and then they went and took it privately to like a DM thing, and they became friends. Even though they didn't exchange names, they became friends. And our female main character was like, no, I don't want you to know. I want to remain anonymous. And then something happens and basically she ghosts him. She never responds again to any DM or message that he sends her. And then they wind up meeting up, and because of circumstances, they get fake married. Now, this one was a little too dramatic for me. This one, the reason for the fake marriage kind of was ick. And also, I thought that the characters, again, my issue with a lot of romance books is that these characters are supposed to be adult characters and they're acting like they're teenagers. So in this one, that just didn't work for me, and there were some writing style choices in here that were cringe. So moving on. Coming in at number 14 is Mother Figure by Brittany Nicole. I pulled this one out of my romance jars. I did finish it, but it just wasn't for me. Now, she has a lot of series, and I've heard that this one is a standalone, and in my eyes, if you are going to say that something is a standalone, I expect it to be a very contained story. I shouldn't be feel like I'm missing details or feel like I'm missing any kind of character growth or arc, and this one I felt like I was missing characters. And I felt like I had missed a book, and I actually looked it up and I was like, what in the world? Like, I feel like I am missing something. And so this is what happened to this one. I think some of the dialogue was cringe. This is a billionaire kind of boss employee situation, marriage of convenience. So they have known each other for a while. He's the kind of manager of this baseball team, and she is kind of like a secretary. She works under him, and he needs like a reputation thing, and she needs some help fixing up her house. So they agree to fake marry so they can be helpful to each other. And again, I've already stated the issues with this story. I am interested in a lot of other Brittany Nicole works, so this isn't the end for this author for me, but it just is the end of this series. Coming in at number 13 is Game Changer by Rachel Reed. I, of course, got caught up in the heated rivalry thing, and I am not one to like pick up a book 2 of a series. So of course I had to start with book 1, and unfortunately I was very disappointed. This was a 2-star. I felt that the plot was cringe. I didn't really care for these characters. Some of the dialogue was just stilted, and it was an insta love story. We all know Scott and Kip's story. We all know the story if you've watched Heated Rivalry, but he is a famous hockey player, and the other one is just a barista. Okay, so I thought the setup was cute. The insta love, all of the things. Of course, there's a great message in here, but I just didn't jive with this particular book. Coming in with my 3-star reads, that's going to be The Future Saints by Ashley Winstead. I pulled this one out of my new releases jar last month. Super stoked to read it. I've read a lot of Ashley Winstead books. She does some different genres. She has thriller, she has romance. This one is like a literary romance. I just didn't buy into what the cook was cooking. So this is compared to Daisy Jones and the Six. So Daisy Jones and the Six and I also did not get along. Why I thought I wanted to read this, I don't know, but I did. And it does have deeper themes, but I could not get down with our characters. So we are following this band who has basically gone off the rails. 10 months ago, the manager of this band, which is also our lead singer's sister, passed away. And she obviously goes off the rails. She is deep in her grief and off the deep end, and basically the band has taken a nosedive. And so the record label hires the fixer, I don't know what he calls himself in the book, to come and kind of be the manager and try to fix them because they owe one more album to the record label. And so we get this kind of romancy thing between the new manager and the lead singer. We get the study of grief. We get all of the things. I just didn't buy into the characters enough to care about the things. And I'm normally one that loves grief, okay? But this one missed the mark for me, unfortunately. Number 11 is Catching Feelings by Maren Moore. So this is the second book in the Orleans University series. I gave this one 3 stars. It was marginally better than the third book that I talked about earlier. This was an enemies to lovers turned roommates situation, and I just felt like their dialogue, again, cringe. The situations they found themselves in, cringe. And I don't know, just the first book I loved. There were scenes in that book that I reread, and then the second and the third book just totally missed the mark for me. So this one was marginally better than book 3, but still not a fan. Number 10, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I reread this one. So I have read this one, I think it was 2 years ago when I read it, never continued on, plan on continuing on this year because I own these very stunning editions. Let me find it. I own these very stunning editions and I want to get to them. So I reread this and I listened to it on audio and it was fine. I will say that I'm glad I reread because I didn't remember everything that had happened in this book, but it was just fine. And I'm really, really hoping, I'm praying that the rest of the series picks up a little bit and I start enjoying it more because I know how people love this series, but unfortunately, I found this book just fine. And when I look on Goodreads, the amount of 4 and 5 star reads for this book, it's not that I'm not believing it. I don't know. I feel like this may be a situation where the hype has taken, its toll on me and my reading experience in this book. But I've read this twice now, and I've given it 3 stars twice. So I don't know that will ever change. But I do plan on continuing on. Coming in at number 9 is Rookie Mistake by Maren Moore. I was on a roll with this series, and this is a small novella that comes after the first 3 books in the series. This was a fun time. This reminded me of book 1. We had a great fun time, and I'm normally not a novella girl. We had these 2 characters that I felt had a lot of chemistry, even in this short novella, so I thought this was very well done and finished out the series for me. Coming in at number 8 is going to be This Wild Heart by Carla Sorensen. This is the 5th book in the Wilder family series. I have enjoyed my time immensely with this series. This is 4 stars for me, 100%. This is a fake marriage where they get drunk and get married in Vegas. So that's a fun time. I do believe that this is one of those series that you should read in order, all 5 books in order. It is a found family, and you get so much character development, especially the main male character in this particular book. We are building up to this. This is a series, really, honestly, truly, that you should not read unless you start with book 1 and go all the way through, just for everybody's character development. And basically in this family, the father has died, and we are seeing this one son's grief as we go through the series, and the 5th book is about that particular son, and we're finally getting his viewpoints of his grief and all of that, and it's beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this whole series. I'm gonna miss this series. Book 4 in the series is my favorite, if you wanted to know, but I really truly enjoyed my time with this. Coming in at number 7, Keeper of the Lost Cities. I still have my sticker on here. But Keeper of the Lost Cities by Miss Shannon Messenger. I am not reading a lot of middle grade these days, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this series. We are following, of course, the first book is just kind of introducing this new world. Sophie learns that she is an elf, and she's being whisked away to their world, and she has to kind of learn to fit in and how they do things, and the people, all new people, figure out who her parent figures are, who she can rely on as an adult, who she can rely on as, friends, all of the things. There is, of course, like a big bad evil that's going to happen in this book. And this one I definitely will continue on with. I really enjoyed my time. I gave this one 4 stars. Coming in at number 6, that is going to be The Blighted Stars by Miss Megan O'Keefe. I also gave this one 4 stars. Thoroughly enjoyed my time. This has a lot of politics in it. This has a side enemies to lovers romance in it. What more could you want? There's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of reveals. Basically, in this book, we are running out of habitable planets to go to, and this very powerful family kind of goes to the planets, mines them, sees which planets are habitable. And very powerful family, and one of the sons of this powerful family is a nerd. He wants nothing to do with that. He just wants to go study his books, he doesn't care anything about power or mining worlds. And his father tells him, you're going to go mine this world for me. So he has now been drawn into the political world, and they go to try to mine this, and something happens, and they basically get trapped on this planet with subsequently his enemy, who he doesn't know is his enemy. Because in this world, if you die and you save your mind, your body can be reprinted. And this particular person, who he thinks has betrayed his family, she reprinted her brain in a different body. So he doesn't know it's her, but they are enemies. And I really enjoyed my time. I like the romance portion of the book. I like the political portions of the book, and I'm really, really looking forward to diving into book 2. Coming in at number 5 is The Light of All That Falls by Mr. James Islington. I did think that this was a satisfying end to the series. I really, really did. Some of the middle got draggy. It got draggy, but it's okay because the ending saved the book. And this honestly really is a very, very good series to me. Could it have been edited down? These are huge books, yes. But this series is one I would recommend and is one that I would possibly read again. Now, coming into my 5-star reads, the first one coming in at number 4 is a shocker to me. And that is going to be Wild Eyes by Miss Elsie Silver. Me and Elsie Silver do not get along. This is my first 5-star read from her. My first 5-star read. I loved this immensely. So our female main character is a pop star, famous pop star, and our male main character is just a ranch guy. He is just a run-of-the-mill country boy. And they end up falling in love. It's kind of a slow burn because there's no right away, and this is a fairly longer book. I enjoyed their build-up. I enjoyed their tension. I enjoyed the way that she wrote the characters and made me fall in love with each of them. I really loved our male main character in this book. I loved his humor. I loved everything about it. Gave it 5 stars. Can't wait to continue on in the series. Coming in at number 3 is a book that I pulled out of my backlist jar, and that's going to be Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. Alice Feeney is hit or miss for most people. Same for me. I've read some Alice Feeney. This is my favorite Alice Feeney I've read. And subsequently, if you look at reviews, most people, this is one of their worst Alice Feeney's. I tend to have the unpopular opinion. I absolutely ate this book up. I could not put it down. I was just waiting to see what would happen on this mysterious island. So this is following a writer who is on the phone with his wife when his wife is driving home in the rain, and she suddenly stops in the middle of the road, and she says there's somebody laying in the middle of the road, and he of course is on the phone saying, don't get out of the car, don't get out of the car, don't get out of the car. And she says, I have to get out of the car. Somebody's laying in the middle of the road. I have to check on them. And she gets out of the car, and basically she has never heard from again. And he has gone into a writing slump. He can't write. And one of his wife's relatives has kind of said, hey, I have this cabin here on this island. It's remote. Go there, figure it out. Figure out how to write again. And so he goes there, and it's a crazy, mysterious island, and I ate my time up, and I absolutely 100% loved it. Coming in number 2 is Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. I don't think I have to say a lot about this book. The writing, improvement from book 1 to book 2 was immense. I mean, this story was such a love story to me, and I think it's because, again, book 1, instant love. Book 2, a very long, drawn-out, slow burn story that was just powerful to me. I did watch Heated Rivalry. If you didn't know, I've watched it twice. It spoke to me as well, and I'm just fully immersed in these two characters, and 100% loved it. I did read the book before I watched the show, so that didn't have anything to do with me loving the book. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. But my favorite book of January, Releasing 10. I said I wasn't going to read this until the sequel came out, and I read this. And this was absolutely heartbreaking. I was talking to my coworker about these books because I had recommended them to her, and she was reading them, and we were talking about it. And then I was like, okay, I've got to read Releasing 10. And I read it, and I have never felt this broken or this kind of way about a book before. If you need trigger warnings, definitely check these. This is the most traumatic book in the series. This is the most sad book in the series. I'm heartbroken, but these two characters this book right here probably cemented these two characters as one of my top couples of the series. I absolutely adore this. Chloe Walsh, What Are You Doing to Us? Phenomenal writing. I don't think there's any words that I can say that will do justice to this book. The situations, the character building, it's out of this world. I have not read a book, honestly, a book series that has such great writing and great character development. Highly recommend if you haven't read it, but check your trigger warnings because it's a lot. Okay, so let's kind of check in with my goals here. So when I said at the beginning of 2026, my goals were to continue on in 4 series a month and read 3 owned books. Let's see if I did it. So I started the year with 297 books unread. So that is everything. That is physical, audiobook, ebook, whatever it is, whatever format, 297. So I hauled unread 3 books. I read 4 owned books. So I am down 1 to 296 books. Hey, it's a win. I'm down 1. So I will take anything that I can get. Now, with my series, I started with 47 series in progress, 3 caught up, for a total of 50 series. Now, let me tell you, if you watched my series video, I did miss 2 series in there, so that's why the numbers are different. I missed some series in there and had to put them back in. So, but this is accurate. So 47 in progress, 3 caught up, and 50 series total. I'm ending the year with 44 series in progress, 6 caught up, and 3 completed for a total of, again, 50 series. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So I read a lot of, I continued on a lot. I did what I set out to do. And I started 3 series that I'm going to continue on with. I continued 3 series and I completed 3 series. So I feel like I did a lot of continuing series that I had already started and a lot of completing series as well. So I'm really happy about my progress in January. I made a good, it's a good omen to start January out so well. If you don't know me, I don't generally tend to have a lot of 5-star reads. And so to start the year off with a month that had 4 or 5-star reads, we are in it. We are loving it. Okay, so what did you read in January? Have you read these books? What were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.